What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, and we're going to talk about Reid Detmers. Okay, so I've loved Reid Detmers for a long time. I think he's got an amazing slider. His fastball velocity increased. The curveball is a really good third option. And we were seeing him have a lot of success earlier this year. Actually, in April, it was really struggling, but the skills were there. And then he all of a sudden has an amazing stretch. I was like, yes, there he is. It's all good. And then it's been bad for like a month. Obviously, he's had a really rough schedule in that time, and here he is against the Rangers again, which is just so not fair. But he had an amazing game. I mean, he was flirting with a no-hitter into the 8th inning. So what on earth is going on? And he was a different pitcher, and we're going to watch it. So we're going to go through this quickly. And 92 away, and I feel like that's actually the best representation I can give you of this entire start. Reid Detmers was east-west with his fastball, not upstairs. You know, what we normally see from Detmers is four-seamers up here, sliders are coming down here, and then curveballs come in, right? That's like the game plan for Reid Detmers, okay? It's a 95 and stuff, and that gets me excited, and then you have these sliders around here that are really just damaging to right-handers, and then the curve surprise as well, and like that combination is just so good. It's like Justin Steele, but then also a curveball that comes in, right? The thing is, Detmers didn't really go too many of the high fastballs. He actually went away and inside more, which is very interesting. But it was also, and we're going to go back to the first pitch, and I'm not going to do this again because I got to go quick. It was at 92. It wasn't at 95, as you see here. It was actually like 93 and change. So that's a bad four-seamer 94. It gets the out, and that's how this is going to go. And this is an amazing Rangers team. So to see him all of a sudden change it like that, have lower velocity, and not really do the Blake Snell blueprint, but more of the east-west stuff. I mean, there's 93. It was surprising to me. And I don't know if that really is going to hold for Detmers. So here he is not throwing strikes, which is not a good thing to do. But it's Corey Seager. I get it. First pitch curveball. Man, Garcia, were you really looking for that curveball? Probably looking for a slider, and then it turned into the curveball. And it was, you wanted to wrap around it, and you just couldn't do it. You know, the reason it went off to right field is because as he's swinging, he's trying to pull it this way, but it's going off that way as opposed to getting around it enough. That's why I went to right field, which is kind of interesting to see a curveball inside like that go to right field. This is a dangerous pitch, my gosh. If Nate Lowe was looking for that, I mean, that's like the danger zone, especially with Nate Lowe. Man. So he gets away with that one. Slider? I mean, that's what I would throw. Yeah, 89. And we have a fastball inside again that works. Normally that's the danger zone. He grounded out. It's short there. Wow. Yeah, so far so okay for Detmers. I mean, he's gotten outs in play, and so on and so forth. By the way, you're watching this like, hey, what about Luzardo? I want to see that. I actually recorded one for that that will come out either on Friday or over the weekend. So be on the lookout for that one as I break down how is Luzardo not doing well anymore. You have 94 in there, sure. All right, we'll take it, I guess. Yep, that's fine. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the good stuff. I love when Detmers is able to throw curveballs for real estate like that. 1-1 to 1-2 is to be a slider down. Yep, that's beautiful. Perfect. I mean, you want it to be a little bit lower and in, slightly a mistake because he was able to make contact on it, and we know he's going to swing. Still, phenomenal pitch. There's a slider he's trying to get backdoor, and it kind of just coasts in there. Also, it's a good camera angle, but a bad one. You get good east-west in Texas. You get really bad north-south. You don't really see the depth of pitches as much, which is really frustrating to me. But it's fine. Really good. Was that a changeup? I think that was a changeup down and away. Was that a changeup? I didn't realize that he was throwing that. But that was great. I'm a big fan of that one. It should have been an out. There's a curveball down and in. That's fine. I'm going to look up that pitch. That seems so strange to me. That he threw that. It's just not his MO. Yeah, he only threw 2 changeups. That's why I ignored it, and one of those was that, and the other one was a ball. Okay. I was like, wait, that's not there. I know all this. Curveball for 2-0 curveball. That's pretty cool. You follow that up not with that. Yeah, you follow it up with heat again. It's 3-1. Oh, man. 3-1 Grossman. What are you looking at? That's 94 down the middle. 3-2. I mean, if you trust a curveball, you throw it now. Nah, I threw another fastball down and away, which is fine. Absolutely fine. I throw a curveball now. Yeah. And curved inside. It's at 3-2, not ideal. I think with curveballs, you want So with the curveball here, you essentially want to avoid this, right? Like this is just like a hanger, 3-2, high swing decision. They're going to swing at that. And the problem with throwing it here is that it's going to start here and end here, which means the entire way through, Grossman is swinging, right? If this is a fastball, he's swinging. If it's a slider, he's swinging. If it's a curveball, he's swinging, right? So it's kind of dangerous here at 3-2 because it's a super high swing decision. Now over here, it's better because it doesn't look like a strike and then comes back in. It's harder to tell if it's going to be a strike or not. Is it ball 4? Is it not? But this means that he's swinging all the way through, which is why it was a little scary about that one, right? And that's even more so than I even just said. But it worked out. You threw a strike with a curveball 3-2. That's fine. But like, you know, a little dangerous. Fastball down. I mean, it's Jankowski. You generally can keep it up against a guy like Jankowski who just wants to hit it on the ground and not in the air. That's why he never has home runs. He wants to rely on his speed. So I would actually game plan for a guy like him to be more upstairs. But you can see like Detmers is shooting knees right now. He tries to go with the slider with that 2-1. That's fine. Throw another fastball though. Yeah, see upstairs and he still grounds that, right? And right to the first baseman. That's why you throw high fastballs against a guy like Jankowski. There you go. Gets out of it. Good. Beautiful. First pitch free real estate. First pitch curveball. 72. Wow. There's a fastball away at 93. You guys know this, especially against like 9-hitters. I think 9-hitters are even better against away fastballs because they aren't like your big power guys who are trying to pull everything. They're just trying to be like slap hitters generally when you get to the bottom of the lineup, which means that they will always push fastballs middle away to right field. And this is he sends it for a ride here. Woo, that's cool. Not Mike Trout over there. But yeah, I mean that's a little scary, but okay. Fastball got it in there, okay, against Semien. After that, I probably would go fastball inside. That's how I go because I think he's thinking secondary now. He tries to get the curveball in there. That just fell out of his hand. Come on. I mean, Semien is a guy, if you were going to walk someone, you want to walk him, but there's the curveball. He's relying a lot on the curveball so far. The slider hasn't really been as consistent. He's missed a lot down in glove side too far. Hasn't really found a feel for it yet, so I understand why he's going with the curve more. That looked like what was, I guess that was a changeup? No, it's probably a slider. Yeah, that's a slider. Okay. And the fact that he like fouls that off and that's middle down, kind of tells me that you could probably throw that again because he's likely going more for the fastball. So, I mean, yeah, you throw the curveball instead. So, again, that's 3-2. This is actually a better curveball than the other one. Even though, like, Semien sends us for a ride, the fact that he's fouling off the slider, to me, is saying that, and that was a slider that's hittable, tells me that he's more prepared for the fastball than the slider in that 3-2 count. Essentially, you pick, like, which one are you going to go for with 2 strikes? Do I feel more comfortable defending a breaking ball versus a fastball or whatever? And that was like a defensive swing on the slider because he's being more locked in for the fastball. Makes sense? So that means you stay off speed. And instead of the slider this time, it goes with the curveball. This curveball starts away and comes back over. Higher up than you want, and that's why he's able to get as much drive and lift to the outfield. But started away more end of the bat than later swing decision, is what I should say, for Semien to make a choice if he's sitting on fastball, right? That's why he doesn't even get to the warning track. He needs to get farther down, but all right. Slider away. So, like, just a quick check-in. Is Detmers amazing? No. He isn't. He's getting behind on certain guys. I think the fastball is, like, it's okay. I mean, he's not really making a ton of fastball down the middle mistakes, and I absolutely love that. Slider has been inconsistent. The curveball has helped him get there so far. But this really doesn't feel like dominance to me, you know? But I will mention, like, he's not making massive mistakes. And that's a huge deal. A lot of times we see these good outings, not because they are good, it's because they are not bad. Right? And I feel like so far that's what we've seen from Detmers in this one. Right? Missing, but missing off the plate. And you got the front door curveball, which rarely happens. Oh, that's a bad slider. Yeah, and Seager's going to punish him. Oh, he's not, though. Man, this is a bad 1-2 slider. This is the mistake. I'm saying he's not bad. This is, I mean, Seager's so good going down and getting that one. You're saying, no, it's down. I'm like, no, it's a 1-2. He's swinging all the way through on this one because this is a fastball in the zone at the beginning of it and then stays in the zone. This has got to be, like, down here, especially at 1-2. That's a mistake. And that's why he destroys this pitch. But yeah. All right. Fourth inning now. All right. Again, Adelise. Come on, man. Okay, it's foul ball. That's twice. First pitch swinging on a curveball and does not make good contact on it. Like, I would throw more of those, you know? Like, he's being so aggressive on those curveballs and getting himself out that, like, I'm just going to keep throwing it. He threw a slider instead. This is not what he wanted. He wanted this down and in. He didn't want this. I don't think he wanted that there, you know? And he gets a whiff on that. And it's like, this is such a weird at-bat. He's being oddly aggressive against the breaking balls. Which suggests that you should be able to elevate a four-seamer here and get him. But he's not hitting them. So, I don't know. Yeah, he froze him with a fastball now. I mean, was that the intent? Was down and in fastball? No, it looks like he's trying to go upstairs yet. I mean, I think he wasn't expecting a fastball. He thinks that's going to be the slider that comes in. I'm ketchup too over mustard. Depends on the situation. Hot dog, it's ketchup. Misses the slider. There's another fastball inside that Lowe just doesn't handle. Wow. That's 2 at-bats where he gets a fastball inside and beats him. Hey, jamming guys inside. I'm cool with that one. That wasn't as down and in the zone as much. Like, that's great. And thank you, Lowe, for... I say Lau, I'm sorry. Lowe for doing that. That's a four-seamer upstairs and inside a bit. That's good. It's a bouncer. We're just going to ignore that. Nope. So what do you do now, too? I feel like Detmers is constantly behind, right? He's trying to figure out, and it's not necessarily bad to be behind. I'm like, Nick, what are you talking about? Batters are better, higher wobas, and of course they're closer to a walk, all that kind of stuff. Yep. You're not wrong. I think a lot of pitchers are more afraid to be behind in counts than they should be. And the reason for that is you can be picky and not give in earlier in at-bats. I think some guys are more relaxed just throwing pitches for strikes for the sake of being strikes and not being behind 2-0, 2-1. And no, you can climb back if you need to. It's like a risk-reward thing. And if you're doing competitive pitches to get to 2-0, that means that you're not just like wasting them away. Like you're making like, oh, okay, this could have been an out, but it wasn't. And that's okay. Like just because it is a 2-0 doesn't mean that the previous 2 pitches weren't worth the chances of it being a quick out. Make sense? We saw Adolis Garcia swing at a curveball out of the zone and almost fly out, right? Or, we've seen stuff like this all the time. So 3-1, and he walks him. I mean, yeah, all right, not good. I want to rephrase. Yes, I would rather prefer 0-2 than 2-0, but getting to 2-0 doesn't necessarily mean everything is terrible. With me? Okay. Curveball for a strike. You got it. Good. Like, he's getting behind in all these counts, but you're only allowed to hit in the 8th inning. You know? He's not giving in. Good fastball there. I do question if Detmers is like the results, like the good the locations of not actually making mistakes in the middle. I question if this is actually a mental or approach change as opposed to him missing in good spots. That happens a lot with pitchers. It happens with me all the time. I would miss with something and it would be still perfect, but like, wow, I did not try to do that, but there you go. There's a difference. And I do get the sense that like that's not supposed to be away. Like, look at this. This is supposed to be up. Look where the glove goes. Right? They're trying to get this up and do the old thing. And what does he do? He misses away. Right? And this was an East-West game. I don't think it was intent. Maybe there's something to take away from that. That's the other change-up, by the way. That was a 2-2 change of the miss. That's the only other one he threw. Oh, he got the slider down. I love that. That might be the best pitch I've seen from Detmers. That's a 3-2 two-out slider that I don't think he saw a slider in the at-bat and nails it. This is a strike for so long. A 3-2 count. You got to chase it. That's the good stuff. That's a sip. That's a sip of water. Beautiful. 5th inning here. Slider, you get that one. All right, whatever. It's fine. Sometimes it's whatever. Hey, he actually goes upstairs again. It's 92. It's not 94, 95. That's 92. It doesn't get the call. So, like, all right, that's a makeup call, kind of. Like, you got one and didn't get the other. Okay. Should be 1-1, right? Hey, so there's the 94 up. I actually really haven't seen this. This is what I know from Detmers, is that he normally does succeed upstairs like this, right? Doing what I call the 7, right? 4-seamers here and then 4-seamers here with sliders underneath. That's like the Justin Steele method, right? I love that. That's like peak. Oh, what happened after? Was there a violation? Oh, wild. I don't have that one, so so there's Jankowski 93 down with the fastball. I'm saying, like, Jankowski's the guy you got to get up. I don't feel that they're trying to go up or down, though. Like, again, he's trying to go upstairs and he keeps missing. Yeah, I mean, traditionally, you throw a fastball for a strike one against a lefty, like, I want to say it's like 80% of the time you're going to see a slider after that down away. If you have a decent to good slider, like anything better than decent, like you're going to see a slider to a 1 away. It's why wouldn't you? It's the most effective pitch in baseball. Like, not even like righty sliders to righties. It's lefty sliders to lefties. I mean, yeah, you beat him with the fastball upstairs. No, it's getting too cute. You don't need to do this. It's Jankowski. Oh, they got that one? That's a ball. I mean, I see the dot is filled, but, like, I understand Jankowski if you're like, ah, man. I mean, again, he's not trying to do that. And oh, this is Tavares. I thought for a second it was at least the way he swung, that breaking ball down. But, like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if that's taken, that's ball 1, right? But it's not, and it's 0-1. The risk-reward kind of thing is what I'm talking about. Like, that's not a wasted first pitch. A lot of times you see guys getting behind, and it's like wasted first pitches. That wasn't a wasted one, right? That was trying to do a backdoor slider there. It kind of looked like a changeup, but it wasn't. Maybe it was. I don't think that was a second changeup. I don't know. It was whatever. It was a good pitch regardless. And this, I want to see this again. I believe this was a curveball. I was trying to be backdoor. Yeah, no. I mean, that's good. I'm surprised that he swung at that at 1-1, because that is like you essentially as a hitter should be just letting that go, tip your cap, right? Don't be over. He's overly aggressive in the box right now, which means you throw. I would say a slider down and in, but there's a chance he actually does get wood on that one because he's being so aggressive. So I might even say a fastball. Yeah, see, well, he even just took it. Oh my gosh, what are you looking at? You can't take that. We thought it was another slider. Yeah. You know, again, I talk about the mentality of like you have to be ready for both of them. I mean, it's so hard to hit baseballs, guys. I understand. But you generally don't see that. That's when guys purely guessing as opposed to trusting your skills to react or whatever. I get it. There is a curveball for a strike there, first pitch. And remember, this is a no-hitter right now, so pressure's on. Now it's getting 6 innings. Essentially, after 5 innings, we start talking about it, right? Fastball inside again. 2 pitches, 2 outs. First one was free real estate that he got rewarded on. And I'm a little surprised that Semyon was as aggressive, but it's also, to him, it looks like a hanger, and he just didn't react well enough on it. This is a great fastball inside. I love this. This is what I'm talking about, by being aggressive in like chasing the edges early, where even if it's a ball, which it technically is, but like this could be called a strike. This is a beautiful pitch. You might get an out, and that's the risk reward I'm talking about when it comes to like 2-0 versus, you know, it's not all 2-0s are created equal. Fastball inside, as Garcia has been so aggressive on the breaking balls first that they snuck in a fastball, right? Now you got to go back to breaking balls with the way that Garcia has been swinging at them. That looked like another changeup. I only see 2 from Savant, so. Slider. Oh man. Oh gosh. How many times have you seen this reversed, where you throw a right-handed slider to this spot of a lefty and it just goes in the seats? Garcia cannot touch Detmers' breaking stuff for whatever reason. He's just struggling against them. And if that's the case, I go another slider here. Yeah. And there he goes. He pops it out again. He does this. That's 3 straight at-bats I've seen this from him. I mean, the other one was a foul ball, but like, oh man, so we're 7th inning now. First pitch strike. There you go. Free real estate with a slider. Now he's 77 pitches. This is like, you can do this. You have, it's like 23 pitches left to get 9 outs, which is obviously not enough to hit 100 like that. Like you're gonna probably, let's say it's like 12 each. So if you were to do it, it'd be 115 or something. 120 if you were to really get pushed. Look at that. He's just swinging over that one, which means he's looking for a fastball because that's what he's been out on. The other times, you could go back to it inside if you want. I would go slider away. Oh man, trying to dot that. I mean, he wasn't trying to go down and away. He was trying to go up and in. Slider away. Curveball away. That's just fine. You can actually see Nate. Look at it. Look at Lowe adjust his weight. Right, he's down early and then he has to kind of jolt to it. Shows that he wasn't ready for the curveball. It was probably time for a slider or a fastball there. That's why that worked. That's a bad fastball. And both of those are more upsetting to me. That's a different 2-0, right? Because those are two mistakes. You're saying, no, Nick, that was close to zone. No, that's a waste pitch. Garver's not swinging at that one. You're never going to get that call. This is a worse 2-0, right? You're not actually taking the chances that I was talking about. He doesn't get that one. He's probably going to walk this guy. This is the bat's over. I mean, that was close, but like, yeah, that bat's over. Also, that's at a point that Detmers does not want to give in, like at all. You're throwing a no-hitter in the 7th inning. You'd walk him. Just like, no, I'm not going to allow this to be a hit, right? If you're that far back and like not committing. Oh man, what are you doing? So like, okay, let's review this. You just walked the guy in 4 pitches. He's throwing a no-hitter, right? He's at 84 pitches. You want to get him out of the game. It's 1-0. You want to be very, very patient in this at bat. Very, very patient. So what's the first pitch? Slider out of the zone. Fouls it off. Second pitch. Fastball out of the zone. You foul it off. What are you doing? It should be 2-0 right now. You just threw four balls. This is the kind of stuff that drives me nuts. This is hitting analysis again. This is Reid Detmers' no-hitter, right? Or potential no-hitter, not no-hitter, 7th inning, where he's at 84 pitches. It's a 1-0 game. The Rangers are down by 1. Man on first because he just walked the last guy in 4 pitches. You want Detmers out of the game. You want to get to that bullpen. And you just saw him walk on 4 pitches. You have to make him throw a good pitch to you. What happens in the first one? Slider down, and it should be ball 1, and he fouls it off. Second one is a fastball up and away. And it should be 2-0, and now it's 0-2. Those are the little things that hitters need to be smarter about. And that takes you from being the 6th hitter to the number 1, 2, 3 hitter. What is it now? Good fastball inside 95. Oh boy. I mean, you can throw whatever you want, honestly. Curveball away, good foul off. The fact that he's going after that one means he's probably going to go for one if he can get it down. Detmers has not been good at getting like low curveballs. Like it's been those for strikes for the most part. Fastball inside, that's good. Again, not what he was aiming for. Right? So, something to really think about here. Slider down, fouled it off. That's a good first pitch. I'll take fastball up now, yes. Okay, a little too up. Do it again. Yeah, too far up. Do it again. Oh, he goes back to the curveball. The old reliable curveball, man. The curveball killed him this one. It really, really helped so much. Oh, come on. Blue. This should have been swung at. I don't know why it wasn't swung at. I mean, he thinks it's going out of the way. I think they called it a sweeper. I think it's like the only sweeper he threw. Was this one. And let me just... I'm very, very curious about this. But that had a lot of extra movement. This was a sweeper. I'm surprised. I'm absolutely shocked. I mean, considering it's also a sweeper, how much of the time that's in the zone and it never leaves it? That's got to be a strike. That's ridiculous. That drives me nuts. You did the thing, Detmers. You really deserve that one. But at least it's ball 4 and not a hit, right? But the thing is, he entered this at like 76 pitches, and now he's up to 98. You know? There's a curveball down. This is Jankowski, though. I really feel like you just throw 4-seamers up here. You really can't hit that. Oh, man. And they're thinking right now, it's a no-hitter. If he doesn't get out of this inning right now, he's out of the game. Like, even though with the no-hitter, like, it's a 1-0 game. You got to win this thing. Oh, man. I mean, that's a good fastball inside. Throw another one. You got to get it up. If you get this one up, like in my view, you throw a curveball or you throw a fastball up here. Another, he keeps getting it low, though, is the problem. There you go. You got it upstairs, and now you get him. Even though he's super fast, you still get him. Right? And there it is. So, I mean, Detmers does come out, believe it or not, and gets one more out. So I'm just going to look at that one, too, quickly. And I'm surprised that he did, honestly. I know it's a no-hitter and all, but, like... And by the way, what is this? This is an up and in fastball? To Tavares? Oh, no, it's supposed to be. It was down and in, and he doesn't do a good job with it. Slider down. He doesn't get it. Fastball in. That bad curveball that I keep talking about. That should be something. It was something, right? This is the pitch that the entire night I was like to Adolis Garcia, to other guys, like, this is a kind of a mistake pitch because it's a strike for so long. And Sammy is also getting smart of like, okay, he's throwing more breaking balls to me now. There actually is a proper mix, so I'm going to actually be ready for a breaking ball. This is a really bad one at 1-0. And there you go. That's Detmers' start against the Rangers. So my takeaway is he didn't throw many mistake pitches. We also watched Luzardo right before this one, which you could go and check that one out. Short story there. He threw 3 pitches down the middle. 3 mistakes of sliders, a slider, a curve, no, slider, a changeup, and a fastball. And there was 3 home runs from the Astros on that. Like, he got punished in each of those. Detmers did throw some bad pitches, but he didn't really throw any, like, absolute, oh my gosh, what is going on? How is that not destroyed pitch? He was around the edges, but was it by intent? I don't know. So, I liked it. Like, I watched them do it, and, like, yeah, he deserved a lot of the success based on where the pitch ended up and everything. But is this sustainable? Probably not. I don't really think that Detmers' command is what we want it to be. It worked out, and I wouldn't lean too heavily into this. All right, that is it for today. Thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. Make sure, of course, leave a comment. Helps me out a ton when you guys leave comments. So just leave a comment about how you feel about this one, your take on Detmers. Should we be trusting him or not? And, of course, what pitchers you want me to focus on moving forward. But that is it. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your bows be low and your strikeouts high.